Previously on Dice Versa.
You see this chitinous humanoid sitting alone, looking sort of forlorn. And you follow his movement down and you see a large mouse-sized beetle with 10 spider-like legs, and a small spurt of blood emits from Hasshachir's leg as the beetle retracts a long tongue. It's not long before the passage opens up into a larger chamber where you find a massive pile of bloody clothes, scrap metal, and other refuse sitting in a puddle of brown water. You see multiple large beetle creatures scuttle along the refuse, and others scatter onto the walls as you approach. They all let out an aggressive hiss, flexing their pronged tongues. Roll initiative. You roll in to the room feeling just like such a badass, rolling through this dirty puddle of water.
Oh, he's got all this fur!
And just square up and take a shot, and it just explodes into multiple pieces that come raining down.
Yay!
With this all done, Navessah is going to just slink back out of this dank hole.
Ukko will, once he's gathered up these upgrades and wiped the trash and stuff off of them, he'll glance as Navessah's sneaking back and move over to where Mishka is.
Hey, Mishka.
Yes.
I found this. I thought maybe you could, use it.
And he hands over the jump jet upgrade.
Wow, that could be cool.
You're pretty nasty yourself right now, so you're probably not too hesitant to just take them from him. But yeah, he hands you a pretty grungy pair of jump jets that you know you could install onto a set of armor that has an empty armor upgrade slot.
You know, that does give me an idea. We're heading towards dangerous territory. Maybe we should get some new armor, yeah?
Yeah, sure. Hey, I just thought of something.
He kind of scratches his head a bit and looks at the essentially kind of openings where these big tubes are going.
That jellyfish guy, really cool guy, great guy.
Yeah.
He was sort of motioning to these tubes when I was talking about Talmrin.
Should I go look?
I mean, that's up to you and however you're feeling. You're covered in poop water and a little beat up.
Yes. Does anyone have a towel? Or maybe a hose?
Ukko lifts his wings back in this space and just...
Oh, just like air drying him?
Yeah, just...
Okay.
Maybe not with the poop water on me.
What?
You just get blasted by these huge wing flaps, and it's fairly effective, but you're still,
Now I just have dry poop water on me.
Right, yeah. It's still crusty and nasty, but at least it's not dripping?
There, is that better for you?
I'll deal with it later.
Super. So, you're going in or what?
Sure, I'll check. At the very least, I can make sure there's no more of these little bug thingies in there.
Yeah. I'll go get Navessah, or at least let her know we're messing around.
Yeah, maybe you two let Ashish know that we took care of. Or
Hasshachir?
Hasshachir.
Yeah.
That guy.
Hasshachir. Hasshachir. It's a weird name. Alright, I'll go let him know.
Alright.
Don't die.
I will try not to.
No, and he grabs him. Don't die.
I won't. It was just a joke.
Plops him down good. Alright. I'll see you in a few.
Alright. I'll take a quick little 5-10 minute break first to use a resolve to recover some staminas.
Alright, so then while you're doing that, Navessah, what have you been doing while they were having this exchange back there?
Probably started talking to Hasshachir.
Sure.
Worcester sauce.
Yes.
Oh, I can't say that word.
Hasshachir.
No, I can't say the sauce Tony said, and he knows it. Anyway, just talking to Hasshachir, just saying, we seem to have resolved your pest problem. Hopefully they won't be bothering you anymore. I could have sworn my friends were right behind. Well, there's Ukko. Everything okay in there, Ukko?
The nest is destroyed, and Mishka's just checking out his pipes, or those pipes. He's still back there.
I see. There's no problem with us rooting around in the piping back there, is there?
No, it should be fine as long as you're not too rough with it.
At that, Ukko leans back to the opening.
Mishka, be gentle with the pipes, they're sensitive.
They're just old, you understand, and, well, we wouldn't want to upset anybody, would we?
Old pipes can get upset.
With a kind of like a hand over her ear to block Ukko's yelling, she's like, I thought you were, bonded. You could just speak telepathically.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's been a while. Hold on.
He does the same thing Navessah does with the hand. And Mishka will hear in his head.
Hey, the pipes are a little old and sensitive, so just be careful back there. Don't want to break them or anything. Also, just still making sure this works. It's been a long time. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I forgot you can do this. This is odd, but kinda cool.
I know, right?
But yeah, I'm just taking a quick breather. We'll check the pipes in a little while, and I'll be careful.
Alright, and also, it still smells like poop, so just,
You can smell that through the telepathy?
it's coming through the water.
Oh.
The water is pretty bad, so,
That makes sense.
yeah. Anyway, just put your hand to your head and think of me fondly if you need assistance.
While this exchange between Ukko and Mishka is happening, Hasshachir just like sort of watches for a little bit and then turns his attention back to Navessah and he says,
Thank you for taking care of my pest problem. I'm glad that I'll be able to finally get some rest for once.
Not a problem. Glad we were able to be of service. Now that you're no longer being constantly interrupted,
Yes, you were looking for some information.
Yes.
What can I help you with?
Yes, we're looking for a technician named Talmrin.
Ah, yes, Talmrin. She lives in the Outpost's network of pipes, but unfortunately, I am not sure how to call her out.
What would be the best way to get into the pipes? Is there a large amount of people who live in the pipes here?
he looks you up and down and he says,
Someone of your size, and especially of his,
gesturing to Ukko.
would not be able to traverse the pipes. But to answer the second part of your question, yes, there is another veritable city within the walls of this station, if what they say is to be believed.
Ukko's gonna glance at the walls and just
Creepy.
Interesting.
If you would like to call Talmrin out, I know that there are some in the marketplace who are in contact with her from time to time, so you may have better luck there.
Jellyfish man, boy, person.
You've met Halfred. Yes.
Halfred. Halfred's his name.
Her name.
Her name?
And yes, Halfred has been on the station trading for longer than many of the other traders here. An old staple, if you will.
I like her. She's pretty nice. She, kinda sorta led us to you, so.
That makes sense.
Do you know, a good way we could maybe, communicate with her or something? Because, it's fun, but it's a little hard.
Unfortunately, the language of Stellifera is one that eludes even me. However, I have become quite good at deciphering her charades.
Perhaps then, in recompense for destroying those bugs and their nest, you might join us to the marketplace to interpret Fred's gestures and meanings so that we could find Talmrin.
I wish that I could, friend, but even the slightest bit of movement is excruciatingly painful for me.
I see. Sorry to hear that. Is there a contact who would be able to establish communication with Talmrin?
Let me think. Aside from Halfred,
There was that little rat guy. He was really paranoid, and then there was the shouting ball of fur.
yes, Glest is the, as you say, rat boy. He is a Screed-R-eep for your information.
Thank you.
And he is quite a paranoid little fellow. Getting information out of him would be quite difficult, I think. As for the Xaarb, who I assume is the one you are referencing, the screaming ball of fur.
Yeah.
Yes, he does not speak any language that is comprehensible to anybody on the station. But perhaps if you can cow him, he may submit some information to you if he knows anything, but I wouldn't hold my breath.
Well, how about,
Ukko flips around his backpack, reaches in real quick, and pulls out a serum of healing.
well, let's help you out so you could come with us.
His eyes sort of light up as he sees that, and he says,
Are you sure you would like to give that to me?
It'll just make things easier.
If that is what you wish, I humbly accept.
Yeah, here, take it. I hardly use them.
He very weakly and slowly reaches out and grasps it and pulls it towards him and very slowly and delicately pushes it into his shoulder chest area, and it goes and the liquid drains into him and he relaxes. You see some of his muscles relax and his shell sort of settles a little bit, and he goes,
Oh, I feel better than I have in months. Thank you. I will happily accompany you to the market. It's been quite some time since I've been there.
Great. Well, that was easy.
all right. By now, I'll say that Mishka, you are rested up and good to go.
Ooh, all right. Mishka gets up, stretches a little bit, and then I'm gonna look at these pipes.
The pipes run horizontally and are stacked vertically, and you can see they go up into the darkness above. And with your dark vision, you can see that the ceiling is actually pretty high up. It's just at the edge of your dark vision. You estimate maybe about 50 feet up. And the pipes are maybe about 2 to 3 feet wide, and they stack all the way up to the top. So there's a bunch of them. And as you look higher and higher, you see that they start crisscrossing more and more as you look further up.
Gotcha. Can I see into these side rooms?
You can peer through the pipes and you can see spaces between the pipes, but it's just empty space basically.
Is there any way for me to see if I can squeeze back there or climb up and around or something like that?
Even just from a cursory glance, this place has been built to be very efficient, and you're in the back workings of it, so it's pretty tight back here, right? Mm-hmm. You're climbing into under the hood of a car, and everything is just packed in there. It's sort of the same as that.
Gotcha.
It's very tight and not big enough for anybody to really do anything in between the pipes, but it sounds like creatures do traverse through the pipes themselves.
Gotcha. So as far as I can tell, there's no way to actually get back in there.
Right.
Okay, then I will take that information at least and head back to the party.
So Mishka, as you come out, you see Hasshachir now standing up very slowly and carefully as he sort of stretches his limbs, and you see the chitinous shell that's sort of peeling. A few flakes of it fall off as he stretches, and you can tell that it's not super comfortable, but he clearly hasn't moved for a very long time either. So it's a mixture of stinging pain of his shell falling off, but also relief of stretching his muscles for once.
Oh, what is that sting? Oh, hey, Mishka, welcome back.
Hi. So, was not able to squeeze into the pipes back there. Looks like there's not a lot of room to get back, but I did see some space back past the pipes. But I don't think there's any way for me to get in there.
Yeah, apparently there's a whole city or something, civilization of sorts, living within the pipes and the walls, so watch what you say.
What did, pipe people?
Yes, there are creatures who reside within the walls.
And he gestures to the pipes.
Oh.
Like Talmrin.
Indeed.
Hasshachir here is going to help us interpret Halfred's gestures. That's the jellyfish lady that we met. So, yeah.
Yes. Shall we be off? I am eager to see my friends again.
Yes.
Very well. After you.
And he weakly gestures to the door off to the east.
We head that way.
Ukko does what he did last time.
flying over.
Yeah.
Ah, what a sight. Very good, friend, very good.
It's nothing. Just got the wings, might as well use them, am I right?
So how long have you been here on this outpost, Hasshachir?
I believe it has been 7 or 8 of your packed world months. I used to come and go, you see, but my disease has advanced to the point where moving about is quite painful. And so I have made permanent residence here upon our little station.
Is there anything that can help you with that?
Unfortunately, I fear I am past the point of saving.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yes, well, not to worry. I am resigned to my fate as it is. I am happy to enjoy the life I have left. Fred, my friend, it has been quite a while.
And he steps forward, and the squid turns and does like a very happy spin and backflip, and you see the color and light exploding across the surface of its skin. And it wobbles on its little water tendril feet over to Hasshachir and places a water tendril on his grasshopper hand.
Yes, I am very happy to see you, Fred. But we have business to attend to these folk. I understand you have already met them. Well, they have helped me out quite a bit, as you can see. And they have told me that they need help interpreting what information you have told them about Talmrin.
And Half-Red, the squid, does another little backflip and nods its head. And you see it turn back into that series of water tubes, and it turns into the bronze color, zips through the tubes, stops in a specific area, and then taps on the minecart next to it. Hasshachir watches this and then just slowly nods as the water forms back into the humanoid form, and the squid just goes right back into its center. And Hasshachir turns to you and he says,
As I told you, Talmrin resides within the pipes. And it seems as if calling her out is as simple as tapping the correct pattern on the pipes in the correct area.
Yeah.
According to the map, the area in question is the area where we just came from.
Wow.
Oh,
I see.
Well, that actually makes more sense now
Yes.
to what she was saying earlier. By the way, sorry for the confusion. I'm Ukko Taranis-Bronte, by the way, just so we're equally acquainted.
You see stripes of bright colors running down the length of her body. She nods her little head, and Hasshachir says,
That is her way of saying it is nice to meet you.
Cool. Alright, thank you very much for that. Do you, and now he's kind of looking between the two of them, do you know the correct pattern to tap so she'll come?
Yes, Fred, if you would please show us once more just so we remember.
and she reaches out and taps on the minecart again in a specific pattern you notice is the same every single time that you've heard it. So now you guys have the pattern.
We're so dumb.
All right, well, shall we return to your shop? Home? I'm not entirely clear.
The cantina, yes. If your business is urgent with Talmrin, please feel free. I will stay here. I have much catching up to do with my friends here in the marketplace.
Sounds good.
Is there anything that we should know about Talmrin before trying to contact her?
Unfortunately, I have not dealt with her very much myself, but from what I hear, she is a reasonable individual, if a little strange. But what would you expect from someone who lives in the walls of a space station?
Just wanted to make sure, because there have been a couple of, for lack of a better word, communication issues thus far, and I just wanted to make sure we were prepared before trying to speak with her.
Oh, are you talking about the big blue guy that took your datapad?
Ah, you've interacted with the Paralith.
Yes.
Tell me, how did the interaction go? I've been working with him, trying to teach him the basics of trade and economics.
It went. It could have gone better. He offered me an item, and me thinking it might have been a gift, accepted the item, and then he took my computer without my consent and tried to run off with it. And when I tried to undo the trade, he was unwilling and aggressive, and
I see.
Ukko got aggressive back, but we were able to calm the situation and make a trade once again.
Yeah, sounds like he might need a few classes still.
Well, I can't say I have any control over the creature, but I do apologize on his behalf.
Also, do you perchance know where we can procure some new armor?
I believe the Xaarb is the primary weapons and armor dealer here upon the station.
And you know from your initial looking around that the main furball, has a bunch of armor set up.
The mean furball.
It is like a store. It's like a little nook, like a cubby in the side of the wall that he has like shelves set up, and there's a pretty ratty rug, like a brown burlap rug on the ground. But yeah, he has some like armor set up on some like makeshift armor stands that he's fashioned out of forging tools and smelting equipment and that sort of stuff. He's the only one around that you can see that has any armor at their stand.
Cool. All right.
Yes. Well, if there's anything else you need from me, please just let me know. I will be here in the marketplace, or if I'm not here, you can find me in the cantina.
Yeah, okay. Who are those guys with the, like, things on their heads?
What?
Oh, yeah.
They have, like, eyes painted or tattooed on their heads or something. As soon as we arrived, they attacked us, and so we killed them.
Yes. The Dralic on this station can be a bit xenophobic from time to time. It's best to avoid them, if I'm being honest.
Oh, okay. So it's just sort of you're not from here, got it.
Yes, you'll find that racism is a running theme in this adventure path.
Well, we'll try to make sure to avoid them.
Yes, good.
Super duper. Alright, bye.
Oh, very well. Good luck with Talmrin.
Thank you. Mishka, did you want to do some shopping before we head out, or?
Yes. If you don't mind, I would like to see what the Xaarb, I believe that's what it was called.
Yep.
Yes, I'd like to see what they have.
I'm going to stay back here.
You sure you don't want to look for armor too?
I already had a conversation with the Xaarb, and it didn't go so well.
All right.
He seems curious. I'll accompany you, Mishka.
Have fun.
We'll be back.
As you approach, you see it's like has its back to you right now, and its spindly, thin arms sticking out of its big, round, furry body are like tinkering away at something in front of it that you can't see. And as it hears you walking up behind it, it turns and you see a big blue eye look at you over its shoulder, and it drops whatever it's doing, and it turns and it just like lunges at you like an angry dog.
Navessah will kind of lean over to Mishka and being like, Hasshachir said that he suspects that being able to cow the creature in some sort of way would be to get it to give up some information. Maybe you have to assert yourself.
Go ahead and roll culture checks real quick, now that you have this insider info.
Sure.
Ooh, Mishka got a 28.
And Navessah got an 8.
So, Mishka, you recognize this as a dominance contest. Maybe it's something that is sort of instinctual to you, coming from like a pack, right? Where you need to assert your dominance every once in a while.
Yeah.
So you immediately recognize like that lunge and that growl and the just ferocity of it is clearly him trying to establish dominance.
Gotcha. Mishka's intimidation's not super great, so let's see how this goes.
I'm about this interaction that's about to happen.
Mishka, down! Mishka, no!
So go ahead and make an intimidation check as you start growling at it, and it just starts screaming back louder.
Oh, 17? That's not bad.
He just takes a big step forward and gets in your face.
I don't know that I can get through to this thing. I don't think it's afraid of me.
And as you back off, again, it looks very self-satisfied.
Well, let me see if I can communicate with it. You said it's a dominance thing. You have to assert yourself and let it know who's in charge.
Yes, you know, in my clan, it was usually my sister doing that part of the, thing. So, do you want to try?
Yeah, let me see if I can reach this creature. Navessah will calmly take a step forward in front of Mishka. Navessah's just going to place a hand up to her temple and do my second activation of the day of telepathic message. And almost like she's just kind of like exuding strong intent and psychically communicates to him. I believe you want to stand down if you don't want to see yourself hurt.
If you say it in common, he just continues screaming at you.
I guess then, can I just, seeing that's not working and like the telepathic message is still going, can I just psychically scream at him? Because I think outwardly she would never kind of like lose composure in that kind of way. But like psychically, like, no one's going to see me.
No one's gonna hear.
Yeah.
So you can try to yell at it back mentally and roll an intimidation check.
Unfortunately, Navessah only rolled an 11.
Oh.
He's like taken aback for just a moment, like more confused than intimidated, and then just doubles down. As you take a step back again, he like crosses his arms and like puffs up even bigger, just like very happy with himself.
Good job, you're very scary. I'm not sure if it worked, whatever you did.
No, I don't think it did. Maybe you could just try pointing at the armor you want?
I point, armor. Do you sell?
He goes over and he also points at the armor, and then he does a series of gestures with his hand and waits for you to say something.
Do you sell?
He makes another series of gestures with his hands.
What kind
Is
of
he making
gestures?
the same series over and over?
It looks like he's doing sign language.
Oh, do I know sign language?
You would not know this sign language.
Okay. It would make sense, though, that I would know some sign language, I guess.
I mean, you definitely recognize this as sign language, but you can't translate it at all.
Right.
You know Vlachan sign language.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say if there's any way to do like a insight or something to see what they're trying to say.
It's pretty weird. Like, the sign language itself is pretty strange. So he has like 4 sharp claws, and it's a lot of like dragging those 4 claws in different directions. And you can't really make heads or tails of what he's trying to say.
Gotcha.
But it does look like he is not against trading.
All right.
Ostensibly, that is why he is here in the market.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure that it's like not gonna try and murder me.
After you guys back off, it sort of calms down a bit and just looks very happy with itself.
Okay.
It has asserted its dominance, basically, and it's happy.
Okay, gotcha. Mishka will just kind of cautiously step towards the armor to inspect it.
He has 3 different suits of armor set up on these makeshift armor racks. The first one is a pretty chunky set of heavy armor. The second one is a lighter set of armor. This type of armor is pretty common in the Pact world, so you recognize it as a graphite carbon skin.
Ooh.
The third one is also heavy armor, which you also recognize as golem forged plating.
I'll make note of the heavy armors. Mishka can only wear light, so I'll inspect the light armor. The carbon graphite skin.
Graphite carbon skin. So yeah, you go up to it. It looks like, it looks like this.
Very form-fitting.
Yeah, it's very form-fitting, gray suit of armor with some red glowing trim, and the mask has the ability to go opaque with this fluid-looking red, cloudy effect.
It looks pretty good.
It's got that upgrade slot too.
It does. I'm pretty sure that's way better than my current armor. Yeah, Mishka will pick it up and just, I'll take this. How much do you want for it?
He does some more sign language and looks at you expectantly.
All right. Would Mishka know how much this costs?
Make a culture check. See if you know like the market value of one of these things are.
Ooh, 27.
With that 27, yeah, you are pretty confident that these things sell from anywhere from like, you get like a used one for 1,000 or like the top of the line one for like maybe 1,500.
What's the condition of this one?
This one looks pretty good, pretty new.
Okay.
Doesn't look like it's been worn before or anything.
I'll offer 1,200 for it. I'll just like put it into a cred stick, offer that to the Xaarb.
He walks forward and takes the armor and the cred stick and begins walking towards like the pay terminal. Mm-hmm. And he inserts the cred stick and then he sees the price pop up and goes, pulls it out, throws the cred stick back at you.
Just punt and run.
How about this then? I'll pick up the cred stick and then I'll pull out the hunting rifle that I had and offer both of those to him.
He just looks at you in disgust.
This is a pretty good deal.
He turns and begins putting the armor back on the rack.
I'll put 1,300 on the cred stick and the rifle.
He like watches you do it and then just like turns and keeps ignoring you basically.
What a dick.
I will offer the hunting rifle and the precision coil rifle that I have.
He looks slightly more interested now, but he quickly is just like,
Oh man, I'm running out of things to offer for trade.
Are you generally speaking in common or Aslanti, Mishka?
Common.
Okay.
Would I know if it speaks Aslanti?
You wouldn't. I'm just asking generally as you're like going through the station what you're speaking.
I guess Mishka will try. It's like, do you speak Aslanti?
It grunts a confirmation at you.
He's like, thank God.
Can you speak Aslanti?
And he turns and he does some furious sign languaging at you, pointing at the armor aggressively, and then making more sign language and then pointing like to the exit of the market.
Buy something or get out.
1,400 and these rifles for the suit.
And he just turns, and as he turns, he continues pointing at the exit of the market.
You know what? I'm starting to like him.
Meanwhile, Ukko, while this is happening, you hear some little pitter-patter footsteps coming from down the hallway to your south, and you see this guy appear again. And he just like stares daggers at you as he like scuttles past you back over to his shop station, where he like unlocks the furnace mouth and opens it back up to reveal all of his goods inside of it again. And it looks like he's starting to set up shop again.
So your paranoid guy over there again. What's his deal?
Glassed. Yes, he is a Screed-R-eep. I don't know how much you know of the Screed-R-eep, but their lot is unfortunate. They were one of the first to be put into their place by the Aslanti Empire. Hundreds of years of less than favorable treatment have left them. Well, as you can see.
And he gestures to the little creature who is frantically setting up his shop, wringing his hands, mumbling under his breath. No, gonna be okay. Fine.
Right. Hold on a second.
Ukko will plop on over.
What do you want? What do you want?
Easy, buddy. Look, maybe you and I got off on the wrong foot. I'm Ukko Taranis-Bronte, and I'm
I don't
here
care who you are.
to fight the Aslanti. They have a friend of mine, and I plan on getting her back and taking him down a bit while I'm at it.
Why do I care? I don't want to know. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Why you don't? Listen. What do you got for sale? Let's calm down and talk business here. I've hardly got to see what you're offering. I got some goods myself.
Fine. If you want to shop, but Just leave me out of whatever it is you're doing. I want nothing to do with it.
All right, so I just take what I want then, leave you out of it, or?
And he jumps up and slams the furnace down again and says,
No! Oh, why are you still here? Oh, God, no!
and he locks up and sprints out of the marketplace.
Ukko can't help but giggle to himself a bit. Oh, he looks at that lock like,
There are security guards in the marketplace. Just so you know.
Who cares about those guys? And he just moves on back, like,
Well, I tried to talk to him, but I guess he's weird.
Cut back to Mishka and Navessah with the Xaarb.
yeah, exciting stuff on this end.
Navessah, I don't know what this thing is trying to tell me.
This is probably just my interpretation, to take it with a grain of salt, but I'm assuming he might be overcharging and probably would have given you a better deal had you, I guess, if one of us had won the intimidation contest, but...
So, I was gonna have you roll a sense motive, but you are spot on. Yeah, he is bleeding you because he's your boss.
Yeah.
If you'd won, you probably could have been better at setting the price, but he's like, no, I'm the boss. I set the price.
Yeah. I'm gonna try some persuasion, I suppose. And I will offer a high-capacity battery, which I don't think I need. So much as I'd hate to get rid of it, I was like, well, I can't use this. Sorry, Madelon, but this armor might be more useful to me. I will offer the tactical railgun as well.
As you pull out the railgun, it looks over its shoulder, glimpses the railgun, and then quickly spins around and comes up to you.
You interested now?
He just grabs the railgun and pulls it towards him and starts inspecting it. And then he goes back to the armor and makes some more signs and points to the railgun, then points to you, then points to the armor, and then makes more sign language and then looks at you expectantly.
I grab the armor.
And then he holds out his other hand while still holding the rifle.
All right, and I'll offer the crit stick.
And he keeps holding his hand out.
And then the armor.
Okay, and he takes that all back to the pay station, sets everything down, comes back, holds out his hand again.
I'll add the hunting rifle.
And he grabs that and holds out his other hand.
I'll put in the precision coil rifle, I suppose.
All right, and he takes all of that, sets it down at the pay station, runs the cred stick through, emptying it out, and then grabs the armor and brings it over to you and just shoves it into your chest.
Thank you. All right. Good doing business, I suppose. Just awkwardly walk away.
He just growls under his breath and just shoos you away over his shoulder, basically.
As you would like to say, that probably could have gone better.
Yes, he did seem to rake you over the coals there.
Yes, but who knows when it'll be the next time I get to find some decent armor, you know?
So anyway, that's about why it took so long for me to get another bonded. Oh, hey guys.
Hey.
You guys ready to go?
Wow, you're really opening up with your story. You're just gonna have to get it off your chest once, and now you're telling the whole galaxy.
So anyway.
Ready to head out then? We'll go tap, tap, tap.
Yes, I'm good to go. I got some new armor. Are you sure you don't need any?
He looks over at the furball and goes,
No, not after that.
Okay.
Yes, that exchange seemed unconventional, I must say.
Humiliating.
Yes. Yeah, I don't really speak too much with a lot of the people. Most of the planets I visited are usually more barren, smaller communities usually.
Yes, your trading skills could use some work.
Yes, well, I'm usually just delivering the supplies. I'm not the one making the deals.
You gotta do it Merc style like we've been doing. Find someone who has something you want, kill them and take it.
Well, that usually doesn't work on the more...
They start it first, usually. by the way. He kind of glances back at
Hasshachir
them.
looks like sort of like, what the fuck?
He's like, they started first.
Anyway, I'm sure
bad
Hasshachir and Half-Red would love to catch up with and have some private time. What do you say we get going, eh?
Yes.
All right, yeah. Let's get out of here. Bye.
Very well. Like I said, I will be here. Good luck.
That furball really tore you a new one. Do you even have a gun to shoot with now?
I still have my semi-auto pistol.
Oh, wow.
Probably have to find a new sniper rifle somewhere.
Yeah.
But, I'm sure I'll find one.
Yeah. Sure. And you did it for that and some armor?
Yes. Got this new armor.
Well, after getting rid of all your guns, you're definitely gonna need it.
Yes. Well, it looks pretty decent. Definitely looks a lot better than, just this old spacesuit. It's about time I got a new one.
Are you gonna have to shave?
Hopefully not.
Just so you know it all fits right and protects everything. Are you worried about your snout in the helmet?
Well, I am now.
See, that's why I don't get helmets. The trick is just get a thick skull.
I'm okay at engineering. I can figure something out, I'm sure.
If you mess with it, it's gonna look really weird.
So as you guys step back into the cantina, once again, that cool air just washes over you. Compared to the sweltering heat that is the rest of the station, this room is almost refrigerated.
That's nice.
So is the pipe we need to bang on back where we cleared out the creatures?
I think so. We saw some of these bronze pipes up there. That's what I was talking to Mishka about, so we might need to do the ding 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 on those ones.
All right, let's squeeze back in.
Yeah, hey, you two first. It might take me a minute.
Mishka tries to step on as little of the poo water as possible.
It's too late for that, Mishka.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Well, I was trying not to add more.
No, I mean, that's fine. You guys gingerly wade through the poo water, getting as little as possible on you.
Yeah, now that we're over here, Mishka's gonna change into the new armor.
So you guys turn the corner to see Mishka's bare ass.
His dog ass.
Yeah, sorry, his dog ass, not his bare ass.
He's wearing underclothes.
Give you some privacy. It's fine. We're not that close.
Yeah, sorry, Mishka. Little warning next time.
Yeah, Navessah has her flashlight out and turns the corner, just shines it directly on Mishka's ass.
Oh, sorry.
Are you done?
Zip?
Yeah.
The zippers on that thing?
How does my suit fit?
Yeah, it's great.
Snug.
I like thinking how in Evangelion they put on the suit and it's super loose and then they push a button and it goes and vacuum seals onto their body.
Yeah.
Marvelous. All right, are these the pipes right here?
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, the pipes run along the wall, looping all the way around. They go east, down, and then back west. So they loop all the way around the area, basically.
Want to go ahead and give it a knock and whatever, the code.
All right. Well, I'll walk up to the pipe and do the pattern that was taught to us. Just a little shave and a haircut.
Nice.
Ukko will have his hand on his blade just in case.
Okay. Your rhythmic tapping echoes from one pipe to another. You can hear it reverberating in a soft chorus surrounding you as it spreads through the pipes, and you hear it going up and up and up. And then it fades out. A minute passes without any response. Then 2. Then 3 minutes.
Did we hit the right pipe?
Finally, your patience pays off as you hear the soft sound of nails clacking against metal coming from a pipe in the ceiling above you. And you look up towards the source of the sound to see a pair of humongous, shimmering eyes in the darkness that blink at you curiously. If you want more Dice Versa, check us out at patreon.com/diceversa. We release bonus content for every episode, like deleted scenes and episode commentary. You can also join our growing community by joining the Dice Versa Discord server. Find the link in the video description.